I've called Wisconsin home since I was just a twinkle in my dad's eye. It's a wonderful place to live. A place where the rivers are made out of cheese, our tap water is Miller Lite, and the roads are saltier than your mom's belly button sweat at a Golden Corral buffet. And because of where I live, I've been condemned to nothing but rotted out vehicles my entire life.
Rust, more rust, and once again, more rust.
Now, after straining the last 3 brain cells that I have, I came up with a plan. I just bought a one-way ticket to Atlanta. I ain't got nothing but a backpack on my back and a little bit of cash with one mission in mind. Finding a truck that ain't rusted out, and we're gonna road trip it 1,000 miles home. Let's go, baby. Let's see if we make it, boys. All right, boys. Lars just picked me up. We're getting all fueled up. We're headed to the train station.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Over that.
GMT 800?
Flatbed, baby.
Hell yeah. She's all full, boys. We got our bangs. Ready to rip.
I don't know about full. It's got a 1,000-gallon tank. It's a long bed, so it's enough gas to get us to Milwaukee and back. Building in Wisconsin, U.S. Bank building.
Oh, really?
Yep.
There's only one. They hit the second tower. We're on the tracks. The Amtrak is coming, boys.
Oh, did he has his signal on? What the heck? Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. There's vehicles in front of me.
Yeah, and the lights bang green. The motherfuckers are just sitting there.
The train's honking at me. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
I didn't put the road on your tracks. Well, Max, this is going to be a good adventure. It's already starting off weird.
Yeah.
I can just drive you down to Illinois on the train track.
Best looking train I've ever seen. GMT 800, baby. Yeah, we don't normally come down here. Driving in Milwaukee sucks.
I think this is what they call the historic third ward. Yeah, if you can't tell, YouTube folks, yeah, you're not city folk.
Yeah. Not Milwaukee City, at least.
No.
Post it up right here and then launch me out. All right, boys, we getting on the train.
There he goes. Can't believe his wife let him out in public alone. He's on his own now, boys.
All right, boys, we are at the Milwaukee International Train Station. We got our one-way ticket to Chicago, and then we're jumping on the plane, flying into Atlanta. That's how you know we're in Milwaukee. We boarding the train, baby. Now, we got some time to kill on this silent-ass train ride, so let's go over the first leg of the plan. At this point, we have to 100% rely on public transportation to get me where I need to go. Now, we got Lars to drop us off at Milwaukee International Station.
I can just drive you down to Illinois on the train track.
And that's going to take us all the way to Chicago Union Station. Once we get there, we're going to have to find the local train subway thingy. The locals call it the L.
L7 Weenie.
We are looking specifically for the Orange Line, aka the Midway Loop that will take us all the way to Midway Airport, where hopefully my plane hasn't left without me. From there, we're gonna jump on our dirt cheap Frontier flight and fly all the way to Atlanta. Now on this train ride, the workers politely told us to shut the f up. But we're making YouTube videos here, so I have to find something to do to try and entertain y'all. With not going to jail in mind, this is all I could come up with on a short notice. Taking my first piss ever on a train. Hell yeah, baby. I need to drink some water. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just following the crowd. All right, boys, we're in Chicago Union Station. We are looking for Orange Line. I've never done any of this shit before. No idea what the f I'm doing, so I'm just winging it.
Alright boys, we made it to Midway Airport. Boarding is at 4 o'clock and it is currently 4:03. So we'll see if I make it.
Minutes, prepare for takeoff.
In Atlanta, baby. Let's go find my grandpa. We're going back to his house in Alabama. And we'll get looking for a truck. Let's go, baby. As I'm sure you guys figured out, Atlanta is not our final destination. So after struggling my way through this giant ass airport, I met up with Peepaw, we hopped in his truck, and made our way back to Alabama. And 20 minutes into our trip, I realized my plan just ain't gonna work.
Well, guys, I think I was being a little ambitious. I was trying to kill 3 birds with 1 cup or whatever they said. I landed in Atlanta at 9 p.m. Thursday night. Thursday is shot. That means I have 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, find a truck, make it roadworthy, make sure it's a profitable flip for when I get home, drive 1,000 miles home, and fix anything that breaks along the way. And the whole reason that we came to Alabama specifically is because I want to see my grandfather. These past couple years, Grandpa's age and rough life have been catching up with him. So it's important that I spend time with him while I got it. All before Monday morning because I have to be home by Monday. I think it's just too much. And on top of all that,
I've been on the hunt for days on Marketplace. I've spent probably 40 of the past 41 hours looking all over for a truck that I could flip that's not rutted out. But the problem is the truck market is way different down here. Nice trucks back home go for the same money. Beat trucks go for up here, but a beat truck up here is different than back home. Here we're not battling rust. We're battling 300,000+ miles and the paint is trashed, but at least there's no rust. So trying to find the perfect deal has been proven difficult. So, now my grandpa's been a Chevy man the majority of his life too. Now he has a new truck that he got quite a few years ago, but he kept this one around for his hunting truck. Now, in his old age, he's been slowing down a little bit, running into health problems, which is another major reason why I chose to come here, is to visit him. And he tossed it around. He said, "Why don't you take my old truck?" I said, "Well, let's go take a look. That might work out real good." So, here's what we got, boys. A 1995 K1500. Now this is a 5.7 4-wheel drive truck that's been in Alabama its entire life. You can see no rust. Anything that's brown that you see, that's just the red mud they got up here. There's not a speck of rust on this thing anywhere. This is just doesn't exist in Wisconsin. See this? That's steel, not rust scale. Frame covered in red mud, but it ain't rust. It's unbelievable. The bed is in immaculate shape. The whole truck is. It's got one little dinger right here on the side of the bed, but that's no biggie. No rust. It's on the bottom side, so we can probably pop that out relatively easy. So let's dig into this thing a little bit and see if this thing is worthy of bringing home, and are we gonna make any money on it? So I don't even know what this old man wants for it, but you know these boomers, they want top dollar for their garbage. See what we're working with, see if we can work out a deal. At the very least, I help him get his truck up and going a little bit better. Now for the past couple years, it has been sitting But he does come out here and fire it up time to time, get the fluids flowing, just so shit doesn't rot away. These things, he said, have less than 1,000 miles on them. And checking the date code on them, we got the 23rd week of 2009. So these tires are 16 years old, but they're new in a sense. Now, I think 2 of them are halfway decent. See, the sidewall's starting to split a little bit. It's unfortunate. Sidewall split on here too. Hell yeah, baby. We'll leave it on the front just for entertainment value. See if I crash on the way home. This rear one is good. This one looks pretty good. So, driver's side seems fine. Passenger side, kind of dry rotty. Interior. Headline is tore up a little bit. Probably got mad at a female, started stabbing his headliner. Sounds like him. We got 253,980 miles on this unit. It's a 4-wheel drive truck, so hopefully that works. We'll have to test on that. Door handle's missing. We got passenger side one. Exterior of the truck looks old and dirty, but it's in good shape. In the south, they don't battle with rust, they battle with sun damage. See this line that kind of outlines the edges of it? That's the only spot that clear coat's left. Oh, there's no clear coat. It's all base coat. And the trim's pretty beat by the sun too. It's all flaky. Headlights are super yellow. Let's pop the hood on this thing and see what we're working with. After a few minutes of sweet talking, we took a look under the old girl's skirt. Now, I ain't no gynecologist, but I'll take a look. Now it was immediately clear. The only action this dusty bitch has seen in the past couple years has been from a gerbil. Cause as you can see, they got into the wiring a little bit, so that's gonna be something we gotta address. But everything looks complete and intact. It was parked running. So let's check on the vitals and we'll start with the oil. Oh. Now everybody knows these Chevy 350s are pretty resilient motors. So even with it being extremely low on oil and having the wiring issues that we do have, I had faith that it would run. So we hopped in the truck, headed over to Wally World, and grabbed some Temu Valvoline. And as we know, this thing was sitting for a while. So before we left, we slammed this thing on the trickle charger in hopes that by the time we got back, it would be fully charged. So we got back, tied up our loose ends. The only thing left to do is to twist on the key and see if this old girl's got any life left in her. Hey, she lives. She's running, boys. Doesn't appear to have any leaks yet. Sounds healthy. Said she'd been sitting for a minute. She's a little bit smoky. We'll see if that goes away when she's up to temp. Check engine light, baby. Oil pressure's good. It was insanely low. It's not getting hot yet. She's charging. Might have ourselves a winner, baby. I don't have to go far to get it. This tire was a little bit low, so cranking her up. Let's check on this trans fluid. Well, it's nice and pink. I don't have a rag, I'll have to go check the level, but I mean, it looks plenty full. Fluid's a good color. He said he had it rebuilt at some point. I haven't owned one of these trucks in 10 years. I started messing with the 400s a while ago. And just opening the door and smelling these 5.7 TBIs, it smells exactly like I remember. It brings back a lot of memories. They all smell exactly the same. All right, boys. We put about 6 seconds of looking through this thing. Checked all the fluids, topped off the oil. Let's fire this turd up and move it out of its parking spot where it's been sitting for the better part of the past decade. Run it through all the gears and see if she's roadworthy. Well, it's the first time this thing's been out from under that carport and who knows how long. We know we got reverse. Let's give her the D, take it out on the road, and make sure we got all 4 gears. All right, boys. This cup out of your way. Just revving it off idle. It's stumbling right out the gate. Who knows how old this fuel is in it. Let's take it on the road and see. Maybe we'll road trip it to the gas station, put some fresh fuel in it, and see if she runs a little bit better. So far we got first gear. Oh baby, hard shift to second, but it's got second. Come on, third. There's third. Oh, gonna lose ya. Now this is a 700 R4 trans. I'm not a big fan. I hate the TV cable or whatever that bullshit is. It's like Chinese to me. I don't know nothing about it. Kind of pulls to the right to a little bit, but that's typical Chevy truck stuff. But it's riding smooth down the road. Oh, I think we just hit 4th. Yeah, so we got all 4 gears. 1, 2, 3 in overdrive. So far, so good. I have no idea where I am or where I'm going. But we're gonna head to the gas station, put some fresh fuel in this thing. Actually, there's the gas station right there. First fill up in what I imagine is probably years, boys. Got some temp in her. Looks like it ain't smoking. More than likely it was just from whatever dirt or whatever the fuck was in there from sitting. Alright boys, put a couple gallons in her. I think the next stop will be, we'll head to the parts store. We're gonna grab a can of sea foam, berry mints preferably if they have it, and then pour that in the tank just to really get her dialed. Some Italian tuna. Oh, baby. Trans is healthy, baby. She's raring to go. All right, getting some temp in her. The oil pressure dropped down a little bit. It's still at a healthy range. Fun fact, GM spec, I think on all their V8s, don't quote me on that, is 5 PSI per 1,000 RPM. Now, these things normally idle around 500, so 2.5 PSI, fucking mint. Fucking mint, boys. This thing's idling at 900 RPM, which I bet is something to do with the wires that were chewed for something or a vacuum leak. We got store brand Cam 2 fuel injector cleaner because the closest parts store is about 10 miles away, and just not quite comfortable with the truck enough yet to just take it straight onto the highway, which is the only route to get there. Unless I want to take a bunch of back roads. So, drink up, little buddy. Voila. Oh, I can feel it. It's already got 1,000 more horsepower. Alright, let's drive around a little bit and head back to Pow Pow's house. Alright, boys, I might have messed up in my angst to get this thing up and going. And seeing that we had a mouse nest that was sitting on top of the intake and the wires chewed, I'm just like, yep, I don't see him now, and just kept moving forward. And I didn't check the air cleaner. Well, it dawned on me on my drive home, so when I pulled in, pulled the air cleaner off, and mouse house. It looks like it didn't make it past the air filter. Dig into it and see what we find. And upon further investigation, the mouse house was not the reason for a power issue, but the mice were. See, what I thought this wiring was for was over here. Colors don't match. It's like, yeah, whatever, f it. That's our TPS. I'm honestly surprised it ran and drove as well as it did. for having no TPS, but it's an easy fix. See if we can go pick one up real quick and get this thing dialed. So back in Grandpa's truck, headed to O'Reilly because online they said they had one. Hell yeah. But it turns out that they lied, so we just got butt connectors and waited for our part to arrive tomorrow. Alright boys, we just got back from O'Reilly. We got our new pigtail. Got it all spliced in. Let's fire it up. See if that fixes our problem. Okay, well, check engine light went off right away, so that's a good sign. We'll get some heat in it and see if it's still got that stumble. But I mean, the light going off is a good sign, so we should be alright. I can't believe I overlooked it. This was the problem the whole time. Now we're making power, boys. Yeet! Yeah, I think that was it, boys. It hasn't broken up or stumbled at all since we got that pigtail on. She's dialed. The minimal work we did, we're calling it good. I'm gonna go pick up some extra fluids, and tomorrow bright and early we're hitting the road. Hopefully these tires last, so we're risking it. Truck's been sitting for however long. We're just gonna send her. Good hours worth of work, 2 hours, and fuck it, 1,000 miles home, baby. Sweet home Alabama. Please don't put me in the slammer. Yee-hee. All right, boys, we ran down the highway. She was doing great. We stopped at the old AutoZone, picked up the bare essentials. Literally the very bare minimum. And this thing's starting to scare me because it ain't leaking. So I don't know if there's any oil in it. This truck old as hell, is dry as a bone. I'm telling you, like, it might seem like I'm nerding out on these things, but we literally, like, I've never seen a rust-free OBS. Truck's in Wisconsin. It's 5 years old, done, rotted, rust. So to see a 30-year-old truck that doesn't have any rust on it, just fucking can't wrap my brain around it. Power steering fluid's a little low, so we got some trans fluid. Double up on it just in case the tranny springs a leak. We ain't got to worry about the tranny cooler lines rotting out on this because no rust. Maybe I'll move south. Wisconsin sucks. You know, back home it's cold as a bitch. It's a smooth 70 degrees here. A little dribble. Top her off. She was just a tad low. Where am I gonna put this? There we go. Check her again. Good enough for me, baby. I put 2 quarts of oil on this thing when we first started messing with it, and it's still at the bottom dot, so who knows how long Grandpa was riding around before I got parked with virtually no oil in it. You know, these old TBIs just don't got that great oil pressure. You know, old school machining. Everything's not as precise. Bearing clearance is a little looser. Loose is fast, baby. I don't know if you guys can see, but do be looking a little grimy in there. Thanks, Grandpa. Give her a splash of some Rotella. Good enough for me. Give a little bit to the ground. Shake it more than twice. You're playing with it, boys. Yep, let's put a battery charger on it, fire it up. Yep, it runs. Let's drive down the road. We ain't check shit else. So, should probably check the diff fluid. I didn't check it, but Bought some store brand just in case. Oh, come on. You gotta fucking get both latches for it to lift. This thing's probably older than I am. Got a spare gas tank. It's clean. It's got the skid plate on it still. Pappy put a new gas tank. So you need to put a new fuel pump and sending unit in here. Apparently he couldn't figure out how to get the skid plate off, so he just bought a new tank. Here's our supplies for the road trip, boys. Fluid, old ass crusty belt, scissor jack. Fuck yeah, baby. That's a big old box of tire plugs. We might need, we'll just jam like 40 sidewall patches in it. Hell yeah, baby. Well, got the fluids topped off. Let's double check and put her back on the highway. Yeah, I think oil's a little overfull now. That's perfect. That's all I care to check, so let's get back to Grandpappy's house. I don't know where I put the keys. Uh-oh. Oh, I got them. They're in my pocket. All right, boys. Let's rock. All right, well, now we know that this turd is hopefully good enough to make it home. Fill up the tank the rest of the way, and prepare to leave in the morning, boys. Let's clean these windows. All right, boys, parked back under the carport. She is successfully, well, she completed the first highway run. We put about 20 miles on her, so tomorrow we're gonna hit the road and put about 1,000 on her. Front right, she's a little shaky when we're clipping about 70, and I've made the executive decision to, we're not even gonna look at anything, because if I look at it, then I'm gonna worry about it, and then it's just gonna be a miserable trip home. So we're just not gonna look at anything. We're going to ignore the dry rotted tires. We're going to ignore the shanked front end. We're going to ignore the loose steering. We're going to ignore the hard pull to the right. Ignore the squeaky brakes. Ignore that you have to pump the pedal twice to get the pressure up. We're just going to send her, boys. So I'm going to go spend the last couple hours with my grandfather. Get all my shit packed up and ready to go. And come tomorrow. Twisting a key on this pig. I'm going to put 1,000 miles on her. Hopefully she make her back to Wisconsin. So, good night, boys. I will see you in the morning. All right, boys. It's about 5 a.m. Our first stop is Birmingham, Alabama. Will we make it back to Wisconsin? We about to find out. Drove through a little bit of rain before, so maybe we knocked some of the decade-old dust off of this thing. We're about 92 miles into our trip. Getting at 1,500 RPMs, or only about 30 PSI oil pressure. Still charging, hopefully. It's not overheating. Seems like the longer we drive it, the less the shake, but it's like smoothed out as we're going. We'll keep chugging along, baby, but so far the truck's doing really, really good. As soon as we get some daylight, I'll start getting better B-roll footage for you, make it more cinematic. And just call me, I don't know, what's a famous fucking director? Call me Rob Zombie, baby! Yeah! Smells like shit right now, and I can't tell if it's the truck or just the Alabama air. We're gonna go with the Alabama air, and
ignore any potential issues.
Pulled off at this gas station to get some fuel. I guess I didn't pull over to get some fuel. Pull over because I had to piss like a racehorse. And the door's locked even though they have the open sign on, and so I'm pissing in their parking lot. Fuck them. Got him. Oh. We don't want Diesel. He's too busy looking at the camera. Fuck. I'm shot, boys.
Feeling stuck or frozen in stress? Sarah Baldwin has some quick tips to help you get unstuck.
Sarah Baldwin?
4-7-8 breathing method. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and then exhale for 8. This quick exercise helps you calm your nervous system. Almost like a reset button. For more great health and life tips, be sure to scan the QR code.
Doesn't help. Jesus. Alright, while we're stopped, might as well check on the oil, fluids, make sure we're not burning it all off. I know we burning oil, but how much is the question? Focus. Focus. Jesus. It's down 1 dot, so she burned a little bit, but she'll be alright. I don't know what the hell that was. I've been in Alabama for 4 days and it's too long. Alright, boys, gas tank's full, my bladder's empty, oil's topped off. Let's get back on the road. Hell yeah, brother. America. Alright, boys, we are officially through Birmingham and we are making our way up towards Tennessee. We got an hour and 52 minutes, 135 miles away. We are going to stop at Vice Grip Garage's storefront. The clear coat is shot on the hood on this thing and the top of the fenders. Vice Grip Garage, they sell a wipe on clear. I've been itching to try it. Figured it'd be a perfect little excuse to try and stop, meet Derek. You know, the kind of thing that we're doing right now draws a huge inspiration from him. I've been watching him for years and years and years since he was up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Gang, gang, baby. And it's not every day that I'm driving through Nashville, so pull off, and if he's there, great. If not, no worries. So we'll shoot our shot, baby. But we're gonna keep driving and hammer down. Update, the goddamn cruise control quit working. Unbelievable. I'm turning around, I'm taking this thing back. Unreal. Alright, boys, we are officially out of Alabama and have entered Tennessee, baby. From Tennessee, drop in the comments. We're 250 something miles in. We got 700 change to go. I think we're only about 30 minutes from, I think it's Lewisburg. So I will see you guys when we get to Vice. There it is, boys. We're parked across the street. I'm not going to trespass on this property. The hell yeah. It looks nice, man. Last I seen it, it was still yellow. I mean, I didn't ever see it, but in your videos, I like to peep the square body in the driveway. Hell yeah, baby. Looking good, brother. Just wanted to come see it for myself. I'm never in Tennessee ever, so just a cool little pit stop, boys. Ah, yes. Traffic jams. One of my favorite things. Especially when I am almost 8 hours away just from Rockford. And I got another hour and 45 minutes home after that. So that's cool. We are now in Kentucky, boys. So long, Tennessee. Here's Lars's house. Kentucky State Penitentiary. Oil hasn't gone down anymore since the last stop, so that's a good sign. Maybe it was sitting for so long, it just had to get some heat in her, put some miles on her, free up the rings a little bit. Now she ain't munching on some oil. She is, however, munching on gas, though. Alright, boys, we just pulled off at Buck's here. We are a few miles away from entering the armpit of America, Wisconsin's asshole, Wisconsin's dumping grounds, Illinois. Right across the border in Kentucky. I stopped here because I do not want to stop in Illinois. We got some snacks, took a piss, checked the oil, got some fuel. We're ready to get back on the road if I could find the keys. Stand by. So they talking about Godfather of pizza. So I had to pull off there. I already pulled off at a mobile back there. Didn't think about this till I already left. Gas is 20 cents more expensive. So across the street, they talking about they got good ass pizza. We're about to leave Kentucky. So you know I had to get some fried chicken, baby. Let's go. Back on the highway. See all these trees ain't got no leaves? Back in the shit weather. It's getting colder. I can feel it. I can smell the salt in the air. The Godfather of pizza. Trash, bro. Trash. It's Kentucky gas station chicken. Not good. Not bad. It's not as good as their gas station dick pills, I'll tell you what. I thought it was an aspirin. I am fucking bricked up on a Sunday, baby. We got an 8-hour drive home. I'm gonna wait 4 hours and call the doctor. Husband road. Because you're white for the streets. So bored. I'm just acting up right now. Sorry, boys. We still got 7 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, we like just cracked the halfway point for miles. About to get into Illinois, but we're in Illinois for like 6 hours. Once we get on, what is it, 57 North, if the alignment wasn't the tires weren't the front end wasn't loose, I could just let go of the wheel. I'll make it drive straight through Illinois. It's flat, it's straight, it's boring, everything looks the same. Everything about it sucks. Anyways, sorry for that little rant. From Illinois, I'm not sorry. Amen. Cranking the hogs. You're just getting near the border of Illinois, and everyone forgets how to drive. Traffic's at a dead stop on the highway. You want to know my favorite part about Illinois? Leaving. It condenses down to one lane up here. It tells us like 2 miles back, all the sign says left lanes are closed. It ain't no fucking mist. All the fuckers right here riding down the left lane all the way. If you drive that way, you. You're a piece of shit. You're probably from Illinois. This is the Ohio River. And then right at the end of this bridge, you're led straight into the shittiest place on earth. You guessed it. Welcome to Illinois. $634 miles into our trip, boys. And in case you were wondering, we're still in Illinois. Reason 8,082,000 why Illinois sucks. The last time we filled up in Kentucky, gas was $2.57. Unbelievable. Come on, just focus. Alright boys, we are 778 miles into our journey home. We got 200 and some odd miles left. We're still in Illinois. Wish we were done the second we got here. I think we only got about 60 miles once we get into Wisconsin. I don't even know. Either way, it's nothing. Just a whole lot of nothing. If you need something to convince you to move to Illinois, here it is, I guess. The Bears. We are 812 miles into our journey. We got less than 200 miles, 2 hours, 46 minutes, still in Illinois. We have been on 57 North, what feels like an eternity. Let's drive this flat, straight, boring ass road for another 100 miles or so. And fun fact, the truck has a significant pull to the right. Now we've known that it's had a pull to the right. Last like 200 to 300 miles, it's been getting worse. So when I can, without blocking traffic, I'll cruise in the left lane, because with the crown in the road, it tracks pretty straight, but in the right lane, man, I'm fighting this thing the whole way. And another fun fact is the cruise control works when it wants to, but I've seemed to find a pattern. Every time I stop for gas, it does the opposite of whatever it did the last time I turned it off. Started the truck and left this morning, cruise control works fine. Shut it off, got gas the first time, didn't work after that. Second time, shut it off, got gas, fired it back up, it works again. Third time, doesn't work. It works again for right now. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cruise control technology has come a long way. I tell you what, when cruise control is engaged on this thing, if you hit the brake, it don't stop. The truck tries to accelerate through the brakes. So you have to switch the cruise control off every time you gotta touch the brakes. Kind of sketch. Ask me how I found out. Cause I fucking crashed! Hell yeah, baby. We coming home, baby. I know Chicago traffic is always heavy. There's a lot of cars out here. Motherfuckers are cutting up, bro. Oh, we made it, baby. Roads that I recognize. We're turning off the GPS, boys. We ain't at my house, but we are home. The truck has been doing fantastic. We knew about the minor stuff. Nothing new popped up. The cruise control is a little new, but I mean, it's all right. We almost died a couple times, but it is all right. Actually, pull out of my grandpa's driveway at like 4:45 a.m. It is currently 9:04 p.m. However many fucking hours that is, I don't know, but I'm roached, boys. Yeah, I'm shot. We officially made it home, boys. We got the rust-free Alabama truck parked next to the rustiest plow truck in probably the country. These videos take me an astronomical amount of time. I starred, filmed, and edited this whole thing by myself, so it would mean everything if you guys like, comment, subscribe, one of the above, all the above. But that's all I got for you. Stay tuned because we're gonna be going through this one top to bottom, giving it a full makeover before we flip it and sell it. But to tide you guys over until we can see that one, check out one of these videos here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Eat all your peaches and pizzas. Stay safe. Peace.